potassium sulfate right now. Most of that product has either gone away or, for whatever reason, Cryolite's readily available, and I use it in a lot of different bonds, so I know it's available, and that's typically what we've been using.
Okay. Okay, so you've been using a limited amount of potassium fluoroborate.
Yeah, I think our plant in Marysville uses more than we do, but again, they make a lot more cutoff and snagging wheels. But they make a lot more cutoff, and most of the cutoff product we make, we transferred to that plant about 5 or 10 years ago, and that's where we were using the potassium sulfate, potassium fluoroborate. So that's probably why we're not using much of it anymore, because we make very few cutoff wheels here now.
Okay. Okay, very clear. Let's stay on that Cryolite for just a little while. Cryolite is a product that's being used as well in other industries, especially in metallurgy or aluminium manufacturing, or various aluminium-based or metal-based processes. Is it the same Cryolite that you're using, or is it a Cryolite that is special grade or a special type of Cryolite that's being only dedicated to abrasive application?
I would, other than particle size, I imagine it's the same chemistry. They might buy a different grade by particle size. We typically, in grinding wheels, are looking for 200 mesh plus powders. We like to see them around a 325 mesh powder for our bonds. That's the particle size we like. We get the best. When we make a mix, it coats the abrasive well. So the only thing I could think of is more than likely if they buy something different, it may only be in particle size, but I bet it would be the same chemistry.
Okay. Okay. You seem to be a Cryolite fan, if I can say so.
Yeah. Well, I've kind of inherited it from other companies. We used it, and then the company I work for is made up of goes back 100 years, and over the years, different companies have filtered in and been brought in, and we've merged and stuff, and so we
and apparently
inherited that material. The other companies were using it, and I kind of inherited that, and then the more I played with it, it just became, kind of my go-to filler. So yeah. Yeah,
and you're not the only one on the market to say something like that. Given the development cycle that you have on your side, if you have to for whatever reason to switch from Cryolite to potassium aluminum fluoride or vice versa, is it something you can done quickly in just a few weeks, or what's the typical timeline that you should consider?
Well, the first thing I would do is I'd look at the tech data. If the specific gravities match up pretty good, because I formulate all on a volumetric basis. So if that specific gravity changes, I got to make an adjustment in my bond, because then what we do is we convert all that to weight when we go out on the production floor. But anyhow, so I'd look at specific gravity. If it's very similar, which I believe it is, I would probably just take a couple of common bonds, reblend them with the substitution. If I had to make a volumetric adjustment for specific gravity, I would do that. Then formulate, make a couple common specs both ways. I do it in my lab where I'd make pieces, and I would do tensile strengths, modulus, or ruptures. I would make some 8-inch wheels and burst them, probably do some E-modulus testing on the pieces. We do a hardness test, measure and see if we get any dimensional issues when we cure them, if that would change. And then if that all looked good, then I'd probably pick a customer and make him some wheels both ways and have him run them and test them and see what he would say. And then if that all looked good, we would begin to gradually phase it in. So you're talking a several-month process.
A year?
It wouldn't be a matter of weeks. It'd be several months.
Definitely so. Okay. I get that. Well, it's probably the same sort of direction when we speak about new development, development of new products.
Right. And if it's something brand new, again, it would be a very similar process, maybe a little more lengthy, because we would probably want to test it in different industries and different bonds. Would be different applications. So it'd probably be a longer field testing period.
Okay. Do you have, as a manufacturer of abrasives, what do you want to see from the companies that are supplying you with those active fillers? Because some of them are, and I'll explain my question. Some of them are considered